I missed the live yesterday. I've been sick. So, I'm back today. Well, let's talk about Snoop. I waited. It's been a few weeks. If you don't know the story of Snoop Dogg, he's been more and more suspect. Some may say he's been suspect for a while, but he put the final nail in the coffin a week of inauguration. So, we're just going to briefly dive into Snoop. I don't know how long I'll be able to tolerate it. Just not feeling good, man. For everybody that's sick out there, my heart goes out to you. It's an awful, awful time right now. God, I hate the flu. It's so bad. Anyways, we're gonna talk about Snoop Dogg. Now, I'm gonna fill you in on the story first. So, a year ago, few years ago, I don't know. Snoop apparently was a vocal advocate against Trump. There's a pretty infamous video where he's calling out people saying, which one of you are going to be the first to perform for Donald Trump? And says some words that are pretty explicit that people of my skin tone can't say in general. And Snoop, I don't know. When I see that video now, I think he was just doing it to make the people around him laugh. Because you can hear while he's filming the video, you can see in his sunglasses him filming the video, and you can hear people in the background laughing. And I think it was just a put on. I don't think he meant a word of it now that I watch it. And I think that video of Snoop calling out anyone, any rapper, anyone, I don't know if it was anyone in general or just any people of color, that were going to perform for Trump, calling them names and saying, which one of you, I know someone's going to be it, and I'm going to call you this, and you're that. Basically calling him a traitor to the race. Right? That video is out there. You can watch it. I did not link that video down below. I linked different videos. But now when I see that video, I think that's just a put on. Snoop is an actor. He's a fucking phony. And he knows he's a phony too. What's up, George and Arthur? Hi. Can you be a moderator? No. If you show up every day, I do a live stream every weekday. You show up for a while, then we'll talk about it. Corbin 990, hello. We're talking about Snoop Dogg. I'm filling you in on the story. So many years ago, or not so many years ago, Snoop Dogg called out anyone that would perform for Donald Trump. And he said some explicit things. Again, words my skin tone cannot repeat. And he went hard at him. But now I encourage you to go watch that video again and see if Snoop's not just putting on to make people around him laugh. Because you hear the giggling crackle up. And I think he was just doing it to make people giggle. And they're like, oh, Snoop's so hard. Look at him calling people out. But words don't mean anything when your actions speak much differently. When your actions say that you're a complete and utter traitor and a punk and a poser. So now that we've established that Snoop Dogg made this very hardcore video calling out anyone that would perform for Donald Trump, we fast forward till January 2025, where I'm guessing an exorbitant amount of money was offered to Snoop Dogg to make him be one of the first black folks, rappers, to perform for Donald Trump before his presidency. Meaning he performed the night before the inauguration at something called the Crypto Ball in honor of Trump, the crypto president. And he performed. He even played a Bob Marley song, which I'm sure Bob Marley was trying to spit on him from heaven. Like, don't sully my name. Don't be playing Bob Marley music at a Trump rally. You don't hear Bob Marley at Trump rallies. Get up, stand up for your right. I don't think so. I shot the sheriff. I don't think you hear Bob Marley stuff at Trump rallies. But anyways, Mr. Tone Deaf, I got $1 billion Snoop Dogg, and I should be able to do anything I want. And my words don't matter. Live in the lifestyle, eh? Hey, Snoop. Lifestyle of what? A millionaire? Get the fuck out of here, you poser. And the reason I'm gonna get into why I hate Snoop so much now, and why he should know better than anyone what a traitor and a punk and a rat he is. A Nazi sympathizer, if you will. Because he was alongside Tupac. He's on video saying Tupac taught him a lot. Tupac taught him how to be an activist, taught him how to develop community, taught him how to build and organize. Tupac did that firsthand. And here we are, 20 something years later, after what, 30 years after Pac died? I don't know how many years. How many years from 96 are we? I don't know. Almost 30, whatever, it doesn't matter. Here we are, not many decades after, and you would think Snoop was like, you know, friends with fucking Big and Rich, those country assholes. But it doesn't matter, because his wealth has got him so out of touch, he doesn't even understand. So anyways, so we have Snoop's video calling out any any person of color that would perform for Trump, what he's going to say to him, and how he's going to call him out. And then here we are before Trump's presidency, Snoop performing for Trump at the crypto ball, the crypto president's crypto ball. Wonder if it was like Cinderella, and they all turned back to dollars at the end of the night. Fucking losers. Anyways, so Trump and Snoop, I would have to say, are friends. You can only associate that, right? If you're performing for someone, you gotta be cool with them. Even though Snoop, vehemently said anyone that performs for him is a backstab, traitor to the race, essentially. That's what I'm gonna sum it up as, a traitor to the race. I would say a traitor to your class, a traitor to humanity. I don't know how you want to put it. But Snoop, Mr. Snoop, I'm guessing there was a price tag. I'm guessing Donald Trump and his campaign offered him an amount of money that he couldn't say no. I don't think he's done it for free. But here we have Snoop's response, which I did link down below, an Entertainment Tonight video that starts off with Snoop's response, where he's dressed in all gold. How appropriate. I wonder if that gold is a tint orange. Snoop dressed in all gold. I mean, these people couldn't be more like, these people are just maybe so unaware of themselves. Dressed in gold from head to toe, talking about Snoop's response, and I'll quote it, because if you want to watch it, it had to be the money, Donna. It had to. It had to be the money, but it's bigger than that. And I want to get into why it's bigger than that, Donna, because number one, Snoop was like, I want to say Tupac was a mentor to Snoop. Why? Because Snoop still, at whatever age he is, 75 years old, who gives a shit? At whatever age Snoop is, he's still fucking not as smart, as brilliant, as intelligent, as poetic, as anything you could compare to Tupac. Snoop just can't even fucking fart a candle breeze to what Tupac's legacy is, or what Tupac did while he was here. And there's so many layers to it. That's why I said I don't know how much I'm gonna do. What's up, Solus? But anyways, there had to have been a price tag to it. So now we're talking about Snoop, and Snoop's response, and I shit you not, this is real. He's recorded a video. This is his response. And I went, these people are so fucking tone deaf. They're so oblivious to like who they are. They don't even understand that like they are just a walking like hypocrisy. They're a traitor to humankind and anyone that tries to have some character. They're traitors to the people who want to have character. And Tupac had a lot of character. And anyone with Snoop will tell you that. Because Snoop's response, while he's dressed in all gold, probably in a $100,000 car, he records a response and says, "You can't hate Snoop Dogg." I think he says his name in the third person, which again, Jesus, Snoop, fucking touch Earth once in a while. And it's not the weed that's making you so high up there. I think it's the money. But the reason that Snoop gives Well, actually, he doesn't give a reason of why he did it. I think it was just the money. But his response, I should appropriately say, Snoop's response was, you can't hate on Snoop. Snoop has too much love. No joke, you can watch the video. I linked it down below. Snoop says, Snoop has too much love to experience any of that hate. And for those of you maybe aware of like manifestation or law of attraction or raising your vibration, there is a thing where you can be above that hate. And when it comes to you, you just translate it into love, if you believe in that. This is not Snoop, by the way. He's trying to put a facade on like that's him. Like he's just above it all. But if that's true, Snoop, did you do this for free? Did you perform at the crypto ball for love? Was your payment in fucking love, you liar? Of course it wasn't. Snoop, you're such a fucking phony. Such a fucking poser. So Snoop's response, again, video down below. What did Snoop do? Snoop, I'll give you the quick rundown because I already went through it. Snoop, years ago, said, anyone that performs for Trump, you're a punk, and I'm going to call you this, and you're a this. And they're very explicit. My shade tone, my skin tone can't repeat the words, all right? And he's been vocal against Trump. And then come Trump's next presidency, he performs at Trump's crypto ball, which I assume is like Cinderella's ball and everybody turned back into a fucking dime, a fucking nickel at the end of the night. And Trump had Snoop perform there. And Snoop performed there. Snoop performed before his inauguration for Trump. And I'm guessing it was for money. And he played a Bob Marley song. That really bugs me. Because I'm like, Bob Marley was the antithesis of Trump. Snoop, are you so fucking delusional? You think playing a Bob Marley song in front of a bunch of rich techno Bitcoin bros is like doing something for the people? Maybe you just lost on what Bob Marley meant to the world. Anyways, so Snoop does that, and now Snoop has a response. And again, this all happened a few weeks ago. I just didn't want to talk about it because it's so disgusting that anyone could like Snoop after this. But then again, we have a president who blatantly lies to people, and they're like, no, I believe him this time. And I'm like, this guy's like been proven to just lie about shit all the time. Windmills cause cancer. Like, there's so many dumb things that this dude lies about that I guess we're in a day and age where Snoop can say one thing, do the exact opposite, and people are like, I like him. He's a good guy. I know all the tech bros and all the Trumpers are like, he's on our team, but that's the only reason they like him. There's a big difference between having fans because you're like, that dude has some character. I like what he does. He's a poet. He's an artist. And people saying, you're on our team. That's why we like you. Because guess what? As soon as your values don't align with wherever the wind blows, wherever the fart goes for those people, you're not on their team anymore. And they will quickly eat you up. That's why, these Mr. Beasters, where they just want everyone to be a fan, be careful of them. Because if they sense that you're not in conformation, you're not conforming to what they believe, they will chew you up and spit you out. It's better to find people that align with your values, with your character. And we're going to get into that, Tupac. So Snoop's response now is, I have too much love. Your hate can't affect me. I radiate love. And he says, why? And then Snoop literally says, I'm loosely quoting him. He says, why aren't we lifting more people up? We should be lifting people up, man. And I thought, fucking Snoop, do you hear the words coming out of your mouth? Did you say that to Trump and his people at the inauguration? It almost reminds me of Dave Chappelle doing the SNL thing where he's like, a lot of people are counting on you. I'm like, you think a fucking plea? You think a plea of like, we're counting on you to oppressive regimes, they're going to be like, I got a little bit of heart left. I'm like the Grinch. You just got to make that heart expand. Like these fucking people, they're rich, so they're just trying to toe the line. But Snoop is all like 100% delusional or just such a fucking poser that he thinks he can pull it off. And this is why I got to address it. Because Snoop's saying, why aren't we lifting more people up? I immediately stopped watching the video and thought, that's interesting. That's really interesting, especially for any kid that's got a disability who is now facing maybe budget cuts at their school because the Department of Education is going out. or teachers that are facing budget cuts, or anybody in this country that is very vulnerable and not a wealthy Bitcoin technocrat, whatever the fuck you want to call it, that might be going through a hard time, that might be needing SNAP or WIC or whatever federal program, or veterans who are apparently the hotline for life relief is going down. For all these people, why aren't we lifting them up, Snoop? You know, it's funny that the people with the most money, with everything, they don't have to worry about the heat, food, rent, nothing, telling us, why aren't we lifting more people up? Why aren't you listening to the criticism? Because the criticism isn't saying, oh, we hate you. Criticism is saying, you're a liar. You're a traitor. You say one thing, you do another. You're a rat. You're a punk. You're a poser. Listen to the critiques, Snoop. The critiques are very clear. You said this about Trump, and then you went and did the thing that you were going to call people explicit names about. I'm assuming for some money, because if Snoop is all love, did you get paid in love? Did they hug you for it? You fucking, you fucking loser. It's unreal people let him get away with this. By the way, hit subscribe and notification bell. I go live every weekday. Yesterday I wasn't here because I've been wicked sick. My son got the flu, so. Anyway, so that's where we are. And if you don't believe me, I linked it down below. Snoop, for real, said lift more people up. And I thought, say that to Elon Musk. Like, you have their ear. They asked you to perform. Like, say that to the people who control everything, who are doling out the money, who have all the money, who have access to give more help to people, who can lift more people up. Don't say it to the people critiquing you. It's so fucking weird how these people are like, will do anything to defend their money. And we know what happens when you try to worship two masters. Anyways, the other video I linked down below, because Snoop knew Tupac, like on a human level, is a video from the 90s with MTV where Tupac specifically mentioned Trump and how Trump was everything wrong with this world. That Trump is the epitome of greed. And this is what I'm saying. He's been this since the late 80s through the 90s. He was synonymous with greed. Trump had gold toilets. He bragged about them. Everything was money, money, money. He'll step on anyone to get ahead. Doesn't that sound weird for somebody who just performed at his venue to say we should lift more people up? When Tupac specifically was like, Trump is gimme, gimme, gimme. I'll step on anyone to get what I need. That doesn't sound like lifting people up. But anyway, Snoop, you do you, I guess. Whatever you is you today. I guess we just change fucking character with the wind blowing. I guess if our morals just change with the weather and you live in New England, then I guess you're going to be changing a lot. But it's really surreal that, you know, Snoop can respond by lift more people up. Well, Snoop, you know, you're working for a guy who, that's not his thing. It's very clearly not his thing. I mean, just look at, he's trying to attack every country he can. He's trying to invade. Why don't we lift Greenland up? You know what I mean? Jesus Christ. Anyways, but I put this interview with Tupac because it's very explicit. And if you know Tupac, you understand that back in the 90s, he called out Bob Dole, Bill Clinton, in rap songs. He called out the president, and politicians went after him, and he was never scared to stand his ground. Why? Because number one, he had morals, ethics, values. Tupac had character, so he wasn't about to be bought out for something. But Tupac also had a sense of community. He came from a long line of Black Panthers. He knew what it meant to see, and that's the thing that really kills me, is like Snoop probably knows what it's like to not have. But he's just so far removed from that. And that was the thing with Tupac. No matter how far removed he got from not needing to want anything, it didn't diminish his love for the people and the struggle and the appreciation and understanding of it. And he never fucking flip-flopped on who he was. Snoop is flip-flopping on who he is. He said, if you perform for Trump, you're this. We're going to characterize you as that. Again, explicit. I can't say it with my shade tone, with my skin tone. And then, I'm guessing he wasn't offered love. He wasn't lifted up to perform. I'm guessing it was a bunch of money. And he changed his character and morals and ethics real quick for that money. Snoop, what are you, hurting for money? Your albums with Dre aren't doing that good. I'll never listen to your shit again. If I ever put it on again, it's just a thumbs down it. I saw their new video. They're just fucking old jokes. Both of them. Fuck them. So Snoop, fuck you. And it's so bad that you get to fucking talk about Tupac in a way of knowing him. Because anything you say that isn't, like Snoop, when you talk about Tupac, you should just be saying, I disappoint Tupac every day. Snoop Dogg disappoints Tupac every day. I lived with him, I learned from him, and everything that he taught me, I fucking eroded it for money, and I sold my soul. And then I turned around and told people they shouldn't be so hateful and they should lift people up while working for people who are trying to oppress them. Like, you should, anytime you mention Tupac, Snoop, you should just have to say, and I disappoint him hourly, by the minute. So I wanted to address Snoop because, you know, life's short and sometimes you just got to call out the bullshit. And Snoop, that's all you are now. There's a bunch of dog shit. So have a great day. I will see you tomorrow. I'm sick. I'm very sorry that I missed yesterday, but my whole house has the flu and it's just been a nightmare. So forgive me. I'm still recovering. But yeah, beware of these people like Snoop who, you know, bark. They bark a lot. They like to bark and say, oh, we're going to call you this if you perform for Trump. Well, who's calling Snoop that? Somebody call him out. Fuck him. What is he going to do? That's the other thing. Snoop bought Death Row. And if you don't understand, like, how Tupac died, not who did it, but Tupac got in a fight over the Death Row medallion in Vegas. He got in a fight, and that led to retaliation. Whether or not Diddy's involved in hits and all that, the initial fight was sparked over the Death Row chain. And here is Snoop. He purchased Death Row and is handing out these chains willy-nilly. There's just so much disrespect. Snoop, I pray to God that other people that knew Tupac, maybe Noble or Napoleon, someone will call you out. Somebody else needs to call you out and just say, Snoop is a walking disappointment to Tupac every single day he's alive. Every single day. There's nothing you can do to make up for what you've already compromised yourself for now. Oh, anyways, best not be. Elena, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I hope to feel better. The ibuprofen's keeping me going right now. All right, but that's it for today. That's my piece on Snoop Dogg. Just fucking don't listen to his shit. You know, anything he's doing is spewing rubbish. I wouldn't help fund him. Don't give him your money. Don't do nothing. Don't support that punk. He's such a punk. He's such a poser. It's so, you know, I love Tupac. A lot of people love Tupac, and for him to like fucking just be a disgrace like that and perform for Trump. I mean, that's the thing. We don't have to question what Tupac thought of Trump. The video is down below, okay? I linked the video in the description. Go watch it. Tupac calls Trump out by name in 1996 or 5 or one of those years, 94. Tupac said, this is what we think of Trump. He is the epitome of everything that's wrong with America. There's no mincing words about it. And here's Snoop years later saying, I think I got Tupac's spirit in me. I'm going to perform for Trump. You fucking asshole. Anyways, I guess some people, character is nothing and money is everything. Snoop's one of them people. All right. Thank you guys. Elena, I appreciate that. Soulless. Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you could join me tomorrow as long as I keep getting better. I appreciate everybody who stopped by. I appreciate everybody who's subbed and hit the notification bell right after. I appreciate it. Elena, thank you so much for liking the video and subbing. I'm bringing news commentary. I'm trying to create some more content, but as soon as I started doing that this week, it got real sick. So thank you so much. Peace.